Alright, bigger. How are you today? Okay, let's have a lecture about your HELE. So, preparing for ornamental gardening. Okay, so our country is an agricultural one. It is rich in land, water, and other resources. Many Filipinos are engaged in agricultural activities like farming, gardening, livestock, poultry raising, fish culture, and others. Gardening is one of the livelihood activity that includes raising trees and fruit trees, ornamental plants, medicinal and herbal plants, fruits, vegetables, and other crops. So are you familiar with what they call farming? Okay, farming, gardening, livestock. Livestock, you know what livestock is? Livestock is you're raising anything that is alive, okay, like cows, horses. Poultry, well, poultry is about like chicken, turkey, okay, birds. Okay, raising fish, raising like a fish culture, of course. Gardening, of course, you raising trees. You know what are trees, right? And then fruit trees, trees that bear fruits, and ornamental are like orchids. Okay, and medicinal and herbal plants, fruits, vegetables, and other crops. Okay, so have you ever tried gardening at home or in school? How does it feel? Have you tried, Bibi? Igor, have you tried gardening? Okay, so lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to do the following. Number one, cite the importance of your ornamental gardening. Number two is identify the different kinds of ornamental gardens. And number three is identify some popular household ornamental plants. So, types of outdoor gardening. Ornamental gardening, as you can see here, the flowers are outside, which includes raising different plants for decorative purposes. So you see, Wai has a lot of plants there, right? Ornamental plants outside. So she has her own gardens of different plants for decoration lang siya. Next is vegetable gardening, which includes raising different vegetables, fruits, and other crops. So when you say crop, something that you can eat, and fruits and vegetables, of course, that's vegetable gardening. What are the importance of ornamental gardening? Okay, why do people go into ornamental gardening instead of growing food like vegetables? Why is it? Which is more important? So you will be bigger. Which is important? You do an ornamental garden, or you do a vegetable, or choose a vegetable garden. Okay, which is important for you. Okay, it can be a livelihood and an occupation. When you say occupation, it's like your job. Livelihood is like your source of income. Thus, it can be a source of income for the family. It is an interesting and enjoyable activity, especially when planting an array of plants with beautiful flowers, leaves, colors, textures, and sizes. There is an endless variety which makes it beautiful to see. So there's a lot of different colors and different kinds, different varieties of plants, okay, and flowers. It is enjoyable. It is an enjoyable hobby for those who are interested in plants and gardens. So it becomes a hobby if you really like vegetables. If you really like or interested with plants and gardens. It can be a therapeutic activity as it gives joy and fulfillment when seeing your plants grow into full bloom. So you feel really, really great if you see your plants are growing. It encourages creativity and productivity, creating mini gardens on pots and earthenware dishes. Earthenware, or the earthenware dishes is like a dish or a plate. Okay, that it's like for planting. Challenges the artistic and creative spirit of any garden enthusiasts. Okay, so it's challenging, and it makes you more artistic and creative. It beautifies the surroundings. People feel happy and light-hearted when they are surrounded by beauty of nature. So if you are having a lot of beautiful stuff or beautiful flowers in your surroundings, of course you feel happy, right? So one who does gardening does not only give joy to herself or himself, but to others as well. So it's like giving happiness to other people as well. It keeps the body active, healthy, and productive. Okay, so it makes you become a better person. It develops a love of aesthetics and a love for work. Aesthetic means, okay, just for the eyes. Let's say it's good for the eyes. You like seeing it. It's aesthetic. So it means that it's beautiful when you see or when you watch or see it. Okay. Kinds of ornamental gardens. Okay, we have the container garden. These are ornamental plants grown in container. Of course, the word itself is container garden, like earthenware dishes, pots, clay, rubber, plastic boxes, and recyclable cans. Have you heard of the popular dish garden which originated in Japan? On a round of rectangular ceramic dish, a mini garden scenario is created, complete with accessories, rocks, stones, moss, small plants, and figurines. As you can see the picture on the right side. Okay, so a more expensive version of this is the bonsai plant in the dish. As you can see that little plant, I think Waay has a bonsai at home. It's a very small plant. This is a big tree. A big tree. Pruned. Pruning is a procedure that they use. They cut off the branches. It will be explained later, I guess so. It's pruned regularly until it becomes short and stunted. So they keep cutting certain parts to make sure it doesn't grow big. It is amazing how a big tamarind tree, for instance, can be transformed into a mini tamarind tree, complete with tiny roots and branches and even small tamarind fruits. Bonsai dish gardening requires long and tedious care and maintenance. So it's not just very quick or fast. It takes a while for you to take care of it and to maintain it. Nevertheless, it pays off because they are sold at very high prices. So they're expensive, bigger. Formal flower garden. This consists of flower beds laid out in balanced and regular arrangements. The edges of the beds are straight or perfectly rounded. You can see the designs there, right? Formal flower garden. So it has a border, okay, or it's surrounded by a perfectly rounded or straight. This is achieved by pruning the plants regularly. Pruning is also cutting certain parts of the plant. This type of garden gives an impression of neatness, orderliness, and beauty. This is found in many beautiful landscapes in hotels, buildings, and big houses. This type of garden requires the constant care of skilled gardeners. So you really have to make sure they are perfectly cut, perfectly pruned. So it will look perfect also with its edges and if it's straight or it's rounded. Informal flower garden. Okay, so it consists of beds of flowers arranged in a casual or irregular manner. So it means that there's no particular pattern, unlike with the previously the formal flower garden wherein it's really straight or rounded, but this one is like irregular. Okay, beds may be unevenly carved. It means it's not even or it's not balanced or or equal, and each may have several kinds of flowers of different heights and shapes. So it means it is not congruent or parallel. It's not the same sizes. It's like irregular. Okay, so that's informal. It means it's not formal, bigger. Okay. This type of garden is relatively inexpensive and easy to maintain. Hindi siya mahal. It's not expensive and very easy to maintain. Many informal gardens are found in typical houses. So Waay also has an informal garden there, informal flower garden. Okay, So many informal gardens are found in typical houses, pathways, parks, playgrounds, and on the sides of the streets. Some plants common for this type of garden includes San Francisco, peanut grass, water plants, palmera, yellow bells, Chinese hollies, calachuchi, mayana, gumamela, and many others. Okay, there's different kinds of flowers, and they grow everywhere. You don't have to really make sure they don't have to make them. You don't have to cut them straight. It's just informal. Okay, rock garden. Rock garden. I think Waay also has a rock garden there once in the corners. This is a very popular type of garden for the front of houses, commercial buildings, resorts, hotels, condominiums, and the like. It is a combination of rocks and plants arranged to create a theme or a scenario. Using many different types of rocks makes it look more interesting. They come in different colors. There's a gray, red, brown. Okay, textures are rough or smooth, and the sizes are big as boulders and as small as pebbles. So it has a lot of varieties or options. Okay, so rocks can be arranged in groups or they can be interspersed with different plants in between. So they can be inserted in between or they can be arranged. It depends on what you like. Sometimes a rock garden with a flower fountain that lights up the night is a beauty to behold. So it's like a mini pond, right? Yeah, because there's water, there's light. Rocks are also used to occupy idle, unplanted, or unused space to give the place a texture, finished look. So usually they put it in a place wherein it's empty or vacant, bigger. Okay. Next is water garden. And water garden bigger, I think you have seen a lot of this. This is a body of water, usually a pool or a man-made pond, in which plants that live in water are grown. Some people have natural bodies of water in their properties and use them to create water gardens. Some people have to build an artificial pond, which can be expensive. A completed water garden also needs care and maintenance. So you have to maintain and you have to take care of it, especially when the water becomes muddy and cloudy and the plants need replacement. So they also need really maintenance. Wildflower garden. This type of garden is made up of native wild flowers which can be inexpensive and easy to grow. Many dig wildflowers or collect seeds in the countrysides of their garden for their garden. So some of them they go to somewhere in their countryside and then pick some seeds or flowers to regrow it on for their gardens. So these flowers also have seeds that can be bought. You can also buy them from the stores or from the farmers or from the owner of the gardens or stores, of course. Okay, some popular household ornamental plants. And begonia. Have you seen a begonia, bigger? Is that a begonia when you pronounce it? Is it begonia? I don't know. This is a common name for a family of perennial plants, which are most succulent herbs. So succulent, bigger, is like they hold water into it. Okay, it's like cactus. Okay, succulent. You have to remember the word succulent herbs, native to tropical regions. They are cultivated in houses and gardens for their variety of colors. That's begonia. Next is chrysanthemum. You have to know the spelling of chrysanthemum, bigger, because in the long run that can be part of the spelling test. Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. This is a genus of perennial flowering plants and annual and perennial herbaceous plants of daisy family. So chrysanthemum, bigger, it belongs to the daisy family and it's perennial flowering plant or annual or perennial. So it has a specific time wherein they grow. They are white, yellow, and pink and are native to temperature and they're native to temperate and subtropical regions. So regions that are a little bit humid, or it means that there is surrounded by It is a little bit warm and a little bit of humidity. Okay. So carnation, I think carnation is common. This is a flower popular for botaniers. Botaniers. I don't know what's that, but it's botaniers. Each carnation has a cluster of flowers that are pink and green and has been cultivated since the time of ancient Greece. That's carnation. It has been growing since, the ancient Greece. Carnations come in numerous colors, and each color has a different meaning. I don't know what's the meaning, but next is dahlia. Are you familiar with dahlia? This is any of the several perennial plants of the composite family with tuberous roots and red, purple, yellow, and white flowers. So that's a dahlia. And next is geranium. The geranium genus is Pelargonium. Okay, geranium or geranium, I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's a genus, which means that's its scientific name, genus Pelargonium. It is a perennial plant, and some are cultivated as house plants, especially the popular pot and budding plants of the genus Pelargonium. Common geraniums have white, salmon pink, or red flowers, single or semi-double with some bronze and maroon zones on the leaves. Okay, so those are the characteristics. Fern, ito bigger fern. It is a green and non-flowering plant with creeping and erect rhizomes or root stalks, or an aerial stem and large conspicuous leaves. Conspicuous leaves. Okay, so that's very common also there in the Philippines. They also use that, or they're planted everywhere there in the Philippines. Okay, gumamela. Are you familiar with gumamela, big herb? It is any of the various herbs, shrubs, and trees of the mallow family with large and which have large showy flowers. Gumamela. Next is mayana. This is a tropical plant of the mint family. This grows to a height of 3 feet. So it's a little bit tall, 3 feet. It is cultivated as a house plant. So they put it inside the house. Oregano, ayun, we have a lot of this there at the house before. I don't know if you still have it, but little Roger before used to just throw it. Okay, oregano is a perennial herb of the mint family, native to the Mediterranean region and Asia. It is in toilet soaps here in the country, and it is also a medicinal plant. So oregano is very popular. It's also used for cough, if you have cough, and it also helps to get rid of or to shush away mosquitoes and other insects. Okay, so sampaguita. Are you familiar with the sampaguita, bigger? This is a jasmine vine and shrub with yellow or white star-shaped flowers that is noted for its fine scent. Mabango, mahamot, and very, very, it has a good smell. Okay, its flowers are plucked for oil. So the flowers are used to make some oil, which is then used as perfumes. So they are really, really good when it comes to smell or scent. And they are usually sold as garlands in the Philippines. Are you familiar with the garland? What the garland is? So it's like a necklace of flowers. In Manila, bigger, they sell garlands. There's a specific place in Manila where they sell this on the streets. Okay? So garland and the sampaguita. Next is the last where are we? Okay? So remember this. Why, how come is this again? There are two types of outdoor gardens. These are the ornamental gardens and the food garden. Ornamental garden and the food garden. Okay? Ornamental gardens have plants that are used to beautify homes. They're only for ornaments or ornamental, which means just for the beauty. So it looks, it will, it's just there to make a beautiful scenery. Okay, so it's used to beautify homes, gardens, parks, and the surrounding areas. And of course, bigger. Remember also the food garden is, those are the gardens wherein you can eat the harvests or the fruits or vegetables. Okay, thank you, and I hope this will help you. Thank you, bigger. Love you.